Hi, thanks for coming in today.
Hi, Evan. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Jamie.
Jamie, nice to meet you.
How's your day going?
It's going all right. It's finally getting cold out there, so
Yeah, it's gross.
yeah, I'm trying to get by. Got
Yeah.
earmuffs and everything, but other than that, it's going well.
It's good. How's school going for you?
It's good. I just got out of a class actually.
Oh, it's good.
So
How'd that go?
it was good. You know, I'm learning a lot. I'm learning about the process of interviewing
Okay.
and things, so I'm hoping it'll help me even potentially land this position here.
All right. Well, it's a little bit about the position you applied for. We're really looking for someone who's familiar with radio broadcast and good writing skills, grammar skills, can meet deadlines, work independently, and we want someone who's creative as well. So why did you apply for this position?
I applied for this position because of the fact that I do want to get into journalism and specifically broadcast journalism. I actually had an internship in Green Bay, where I'm from, at a radio station this summer. And I was told by the people I worked with there, who were incredible at their job, it's just all about how many internships you can get and getting the experience, being able to build a portfolio. And this company here actually looks like right up my alley. It's, you know, it's got the aspects of news, music, and the integration of both is what happens on, it seems like, on WUWM at night. So I was looking forward to being able to meld news reporting and music all together.
All right. So what do you want out from this internship? What are you looking to learn?
I am looking to learn more about broadcast in general, as well as the specifics like equipment, being able to use the different radio equipment, obviously, to record and broadcast shows. Also editing sounds, which I've gotten hands-on experience in classes, as you've probably seen on my resume. But I am looking to basically build experience, network, meet great people, and just get better at interviewing, talking with people, and just broadcast and journalism and all of that in general.
All right. So tell me a little about your internship at Midwest Communications.
So while I was there, it was a summer internship. So I just got done with school last semester, and I applied, got the internship, and what I was doing was a plethora of basically a hodgepodge of everything. You know, they wanted to give us hands-on, like a little experience in all of it. So I was going to events. I got to go to Country USA and Rock USA for free, and that was an amazing experience. We broadcasted there and interacted with the fans, which is obviously huge. And on top of that, we also were able to get in the studio with radio DJs and record, produce, go on the air, and help them create their shows. What else did I do? I don't know, I did just about like everything you could do. I helped host interviews inside the studio.
So a lot of hands-on stuff.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. And then you were president of the film club in high school.
Yeah.
What did you accomplish there?
The film club in high school, it was a lot of technical stuff, as you can probably imagine, but it allowed me to get hands-on experience working with like Adobe Audition and a bunch of other video, audio programs to edit films and things like that. And it actually landed me a role in a mildly Hollywood film.
What was that?
It was called The House of Purgatory. It was because the guy who directed it, he graduated from our high school. And he got in touch with our teacher, and he notified him like, oh, this is the president of the Film Video Club, he'd probably be willing to help out. And so I got involved with this film, and I helped, you know, do things like that with the filming, the recording, and a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. And a lot of it I saw was applied to broadcast journalism in my internship this summer too. So,
what were some of your strengths as a president, do you think?
Some of my strengths were probably being able to work with everybody and bring a team of people with different ideas together and help them see the same picture, but also being able to adapt to any ideas they had in terms of what they wanted to do. It was basically crafting a team out of all these individuals and being able to create a final product, because we did create little short films and video segments, and they all turned out really well.
Do you think you had any weaknesses as president?
Definitely. I mean, as a president, you have to, I guess, put your ideas forth at a certain point and say, like, this is how it's going to be. And a lot of times, I guess that was my weakness, was letting other people sort of, I guess, playing the nice guy and letting other people get their ideas in, even if I knew it was going to be more difficult, take more time than the original plan or whatever. I wanted to let everybody get involved with their ideas and things, and I guess I didn't take the reins sometimes as much as I needed to.
Okay. And then for your next one, what did you do at your Minority Media Association job?
That is actually here. It's a club.
Okay.
And what I do for that is we produce a couple shows a semester, and that is in tandem with the broadcast club, and they film us interviewing different minority issues on campus. And we usually bring guests in, and then I'll host the show with a co-host.
So you have a lot of experience with interviewing.
Yes, I'll co-host the show with another person.
Okay. And then, did you ever encounter a problem with any of this? How did you overcome it?
With the interviewing?
With interviewing, with any of your past job experiences?
Okay, there's definitely been a fair share of problems. It's a lot of times, like I said, it's working with teams of people, and not that like I have a problem working with people. Yeah. It's just that's what brings problems in. It's because you want everybody to get their say and get their ideas in, but a lot of times if somebody doesn't take the reins, then nothing gets accomplished because you're trying to throw ideas around too much, and it's at a certain point it's just like, okay, we have all these ideas, now let's pick one and let's do it.
Okay, sounds good. And then without teamwork, because sometimes you'll be doing independent work here, give me an example of jobs you've done by yourself and how you've got to accomplish those.
Okay, so for, I guess, relating back to MMA and even to my internship this summer, for MMA, I had to write scripts a lot by myself and do things like that and make sure both host and the co-host are getting involved with talking and going to be able to push the interviewer to talk, or the interviewee rather, to talk about the subject. And so that can be challenging. It helps you learn a lot about yourself and time management, being able to get things pushed out, because we only had a week for a lot of these. We found the guest, and then a week later we were interviewing them.
Gotcha.
And I guess for the internship, I would produce radio ads by myself in a studio, and I would have to go through the thought process of what do listeners want to hear, and like what are good verbs and words to use in these radio ads to get attention.
All right. And then also, so since this position requires a lot of radio broadcast equipment and audio editing software, what is your experience with that?
My experience, I guess, lies in the fact my internship. First and foremost, I got a lot of hands-on experience in the studio with other DJs from Green Bay, and being able to record and produce my own radio ads and edits. But also my college career here has put me in jams classes like 320, 204, which are integrated and news reporting classes, and I've gotten out with audio recorders, I've interviewed people. I did stories on the governor's race here, and it's helped me work with Adobe Audition, sound slides, other video programs like iMovie to edit and get hands-on experience with all the technical aspects of, broadcast. Okay.
What's probably the most complex thing you've done, do you think, that took the most time or took the most use of the equipment?
Okay, the most complex thing. One of the most complex things is definitely the enterprise story I still am working on, and have been for my journalism class here. I have to basically make a story about the police, the UWM police, and the fact that they are not, or not that they're not, I basically have to figure out if they are or are not sending out the right amount of safety alert updates to students. Yep. And so I'm having to try to get in and talk with all these different officers, the police chief, chancellor if possible, and all these.
So very hands-on.
Yeah.
Okay. So then just concluding all this, so this position's 10 hours, it's going to be unpaid. Do you have any issues with those hours or pay?
No, not at all. I understand, like, you know, you got to get out there before you can get paid. You got to build the resume, and experience is worth more than money, I've always thought anyway.
Okay.
And 10 hours a week is not a problem at all.
Okay, so you'll be able to balance out your
Yeah.
schoolwork. Okay. And then if we do offer you this position, when could you start?
I could probably start as soon as next week.
Okay. So I really like to thank you for coming in today and meeting with me. Do you have any questions for me or anything about the company in general?
I guess, just when do you think I could hear back from you if
We're
I
going
do
to
get the position?
review all the candidates and you, and by next week you'll find out regardless.
Okay.
All right?
That's
Any more
all I have.
questions? Okay. Thanks for coming in
Thanks
today.
a lot, Jamie.